And now to China, where He Jinbi, head of one of China's largest copper trading houses, has become the latest in a string of top tycoons to go mysteriously missing in the world's second biggest economy. Last month, the chairman of the troubled property developer Evergrande was placed under police surveillance. A number of Chinese business leaders have vanished in recent years, even big names such as Alibaba boss Jack Ma. Foreign Minister Chen Gang has also gone missing. The disappearances highlight the ways leader Xi Jinping is tightening his control of China's economy. For more on this, let's bring in DW correspondent Yuchen Li in Taipei. Yuchen, this disappearance comes at a time when the Chinese economy is struggling with debt defaults and flagging consumption. Is this a sign of desperation by the Chinese government?
I would say there's certainly some degree of desperation there, but if anything, many analysts believe it's more of a sign of desperation for consolidation of power. And if He Jinbi, the founder of the large copper trading firm, was really detained by the police, as Bloomberg reported, it will serve as another alarm after the Chinese billionaire Xu Jinping, also the founder of China's real estate giant Evergrande, was also placed under police control and residential surveillance. So some experts said it's shedding light on Chinese leader Xi Jinping's attitude toward these struggling business tycoons, because these unpaid debts have affected people's livelihood and can potentially trigger social unrest. And so what we're seeing is perhaps a political struggle to allocate blame from the Chinese government.
Right, and how might this blame game impact other executives in China?
Actually, like many businesses and executives in China are worried about they will be the next target. But at the same time, there's a mixed feeling of love and fear among these Chinese tycoons, because they are prompted to pledge loyalty to the Chinese Communist Party, but at the same time feeling concerned, as I said, being targeted. So although Beijing has lately tried to boost private companies' confidence with new guidelines, and Xi Jinping in March said that they have always regarded private enterprises and entrepreneurs as part of their own. But executives who are struggling to save their companies, as we can see, are still being brought down by the police and by the government. So some Chinese analysts said it's more of a charm offensive introduced by the government, and such measures still fail to boost local business confidence to operate businesses in China.
Right, so flagging confidence in the business sector in China. How are these news impacting executives or business people in Taiwan?
Well, I would say Taiwanese business are very aware of the situation because of the cross-strait tensions are always there, and now we can see that the tensions between the U.S. and China are more and more intense, and it's gonna affect more on the situation in China as well. And also in the West, most of them have been spooked and become more cautious about doing business in China as well, especially after Beijing months ago passed a wide-ranging update on its anti-espionage law, including the use of exit bans based on vague and expensive regulations. So as we can see, companies from the US, Europe, and Japan all have cases of their senior staff from their companies being barred from leaving China due to causing harm to the national security or national interest. Some terms that are quite vague from the perspective of these companies. So also this year, a Taiwanese businessman also came back home after being prohibited from leaving China on charges of spying, and he was detained in China for up to 4 years. So it's also sending a strong message to business all around the world.
Right, so this is not only targeting Chinese executives. Yuchen Li in Taipei, thank you so much.